2, 3, 4. Yeah, when you're feeling down and motivated in the midweek, we got the guys here to make your life complete. Little John, Brandon, Cody, Carly, they're coming in to keep you motivated all week. New episode, same time every week. Don't gotta wait long for the next one to release. So don't go away, sit down, take a seat, enjoy Midweek Motivation with John and Carly. Hey.
Midweek Motivation.
Let's go!
Hey, there it is. What is up, Midweek family? If you can't tell, we upgraded a little bit. I think we upgraded. That's probably a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm going to get myself in hot water. Let's start over. Hey, welcome to Midweek Motivation, real conversations with real people about a very real God. We've got some very real people who love a very real God.
These
How about
are
that
not
one?
AI.
Right? These are not AI. we do not have AI people. Although
Computer-generated.
next time I can't get to be on the show, that's going to be the next challenge.
Oh, I'm
Chat
curious.
GPT.
I'm due the show with ChatGPT. That's what I'm going to do.
That would be interesting.
That would be a first. I mean, we got to try it now. We'll put that in the budget for next year.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, this is the number one. I'm put my hand like right in front of your face now. Number one midweek fan, Mr. John Brunk, with us every week. If you're out there in the chat, show John Brunk some love. John, first time on the show.
It is.
It's going to be a good one, right?
We hope.
We hope it'll be good. It'll be good, or you can't come back. So
Okay.
that's all.
I mean, you can still be a part of the show from the chat.
I
if
wrote
you're
the
bad.
notes as we were talking and getting the show ready. So
Who needs
how
notes?
could it be a bad one, right? Not that we look at the notes anyways or use them, but although it'll be really interesting this time because only I have the notes. Nobody else has notes. So, just buckle in.
How many
It's going to be good.
VeggieTale references did you build in?
Oh, none. And you know what? I haven't put any in since that show.
Yeah.
I tried the week after.
Look, our man Brian from New York, he's been watching and he's been waiting on more VeggieTale references. So.
Good. Brian, I will get you some more VeggieTales references.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk around the wall for 7 days to get more VeggieTales references.
Hey, your wife was watching with the boys this morning.
Oh, that's good. I got one of my boys here somewhere. I put him to work this morning.
I put him to work too. I mean, not much, but
He's smart because he knows if he comes to work with me sometimes, he can usually con me into food.
yeah.
So we're probably going to get lunch.
Yeah.
Sons are good at
we-
that.
And we have the back-to-back Hairfields watching as well.
Always the Hairfields. Remind me, we got to
gotta-
get that picture
we
up
have
there.
to,
I have
man.
the picture. I keep forgetting.
Hey, Benny, I know that it's not Easter, but I got 23 days left on 75 hard. Will you make me some more of those Easter eggs, the with the peanut butter, and we can celebrate together?
Celebrate the end of working out with a peanut butter egg.
Celebrate weight loss, workout with.
Does it need to be Easter to have a chocolate Easter egg?
No.
No, it doesn't.
You know what you
Right.
could do? I love football too, so you can make it look like a football, and I'd be okay with it. As long as it eats the same, tastes the same, I'm good. It can be an Easter egg, a football. Never mind.
Make it Steelers colors just for you.
I'm okay with any.
Well, anyways,
Oh, man, Lord help us.
Back to
good. We're
Megan,
only 3 minutes in.
Back to the
Megan, where
notes.
you at?
Yeah, we
Save
need
us,
Megan. Megan is enjoying some vacation time with her family. Well deserved. So
Absolutely.
we miss Megan. Megan, we love you. Hope you're enjoying your time. Brandon and Cody are off working hard, making a living, providing for their families.
Easy. And I don't know if I would say working hard.
They are working.
Actually, I think Brandon is on a beach. Brandon is
Brandon's
on
on
a
the
beach
beach.
somewhere right now. I think he's still on vacation.
I mean, that sounds good.
Yeah, he sent me a picture the other day of his view while working out. Hey, Brian is definitely with us. Hey, Brian, good to have you on the show, bro. Molly Roach.
I think everybody's at the beach. My beach trip isn't planned for till July.
Dude, I got an idea.
Right when it's super hot.
So during the summer, because every single week, I bet you we've had 10 to 20 people watching from Myrtle Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So what we should do is we should do a summer campus in
Oh,
Myrtle
yeah.
Beach.
Let's do it. I volunteer to go lead it. 3 months in Myrtle Beach. I like that idea.
Yeah,
And if it takes off, we'll just
Keep it.
move there.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
surprised y'all haven't just planned your vacations together and do a midweek from the beach.
So we've
mean,
talked about that. I'm not
yeah.
sure what would happen if we were both gone at the same time.
Yeah.
There's some bad things that would happen.
Or both of our families That's a lot of people, man.
I mean,
Hey,
just that day we were at Bratcher's together, that was
I felt bad for Bratcher's. That place hadn't been the same since.
the building is still standing. It's kind of impressive. But hey, thanks for joining us today for another week of Midweek Motivation. We missed you last week. Hopefully you missed us. We were embroiled, right?
Yeah.
That's a new word, embroiled. I think I
okay.
used that right.
All
We
right.
were embroiled in the midst of VBS. There was, I'd say round up to around 200 kids
Yeah.
on this campus running all over the place, playing games. We shot rockets off. That was pretty sick. There was one, man, we shot it. It shot so high and the wind caught it. I thought it was going to land on the roof. I was excited because I
My
thought I
boys
was
at
going to
one
get to go on the
point
roof.
said, I think one of them caught on fire.
Well, the second day had this really cool smoke trail so you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Because the first day we lost it in the sun and nobody could see it. But the rockets got progressively bigger. Andy had built this big old rocket to put on stage. Go back and watch
It would
Sunday
have been
morning.
awesome if we could have launched that one.
That you know what? I think I had a couple kids convinced we were going to launch that. They're like, "What?
That would have been,
you just
that would have
wait.
been so cool.
The roof opens up." Like they were hooked. It's not lying if it's for fun, right? It's just
Let's be praying.
joking. Yeah,
Stretching the
Yeah.
truth.
I don't know. Something like that.
So today on Midweek, we're going to be talking about lying.
Yeah, I have a confession to make.
Oh, Lord.
I lied to small children at VBS. But
Raise
that
your
was
hand if you've ever lied to a child.
all the
You've
time.
even lied to a child?
Can't be
How
lying to
dare
children.
You.
I'm gonna tell your little sister you lied to her. But yeah, VBS was a great week. We had a great response. There were so many kids that came forward at the end, asking Jesus for forgiveness of their sins.
Like
Many of them
lying.
for the first time. Yep, probably lying. We need to have Austin on the show next week to help,
Yes.
absolve me of all my.
Yes, Austin, help us, rescue us.
Oh, Cody says bunch of brunks.
Bunch of brunk.
I like that.
That happened.
Dude, that should y'all should
That's
start,
a T-shirt right
That's
there.
a T-shirt. That's a YouTube bunch of brunks.
Bunch of brunks.
Y'all should start a reality TV show.
Bum.
That sounds,
The world don't need to see that.
no.
Oh, the world needs
The
bunch of
bunch
brunks. I'll start working on a
Do a
on
graphic.
a graphic for you.
Yes.
Yeah, a bunch of brunks. I'll make a graphic. You throw it on a hat for me.
Yeah, there we go.
But VBS was a great week last week, right in the middle of Memorial Day, and we had a coolest thing. I don't know if it's the coolest thing. One of the coolest things I heard out of VBS that happened is we actually had more volunteers than what we needed.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
awesome.
a great problem
Yeah.
in church, right? Especially in children's ministry, because there is no such thing. Like, no children's pastor anywhere has said, like, you know what? No,
Right.
we
got
have
it.
enough volunteers. We don't need more, right? And no tech team has ever said that.
Right?
So, if
fact,
you're
we're
looking to volunteer,
I was about to say the same.
we got
thing.
room for you, right?
Always.
Especially this summer,
Yes.
we got some room. The red on the list
there
is
is a
getting
lot
bad.
of declining happening right now, which let me say this. We want our team to be able to have their vacations
Absolutely.
and all of that. So we're not hating on you for declining. We've also had some surgeries and some sickness and things, but
A lot of good reasons.
we're
to
also
go.
getting new volunteers
Yes.
as well in the midst of all of that. So it's pretty awesome. Hey, real quick, I gotta get some reviews on our first potential T-shirt.
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's hit it. Wait, which one?
I'm getting ready to tell you right now. All right, so guys, online we have these ideas for launching seasonal T-shirts next year, where it would be limited edition, and the first one that we're gonna make is gonna be funeral. And here's what the T-shirt is gonna be. And let me know if you would buy it. If you would buy this shirt, put in the chat.
This is the definition of inside baseball.
If you would buy this shirt, put in the chat, I'd buy it. So it's going to say funeral on the front of it, but it's going to be FRNRL. And up underneath it is going to say, who needs vowels?
I got it.
I'm going to rock one for sure.
I'll
100%.
look at two.
Yeah.
Okay, another question. Do we need to run that by Pastor?
No,
Nah.
no, he'd love it.
No, if
He'd love
anything,
it.
it needs to be in quotes with his name under it.
Yes.
Pastor
So,
John Ott.
would you buy it?
I would.
Definitely,
Yes.
100%.
If I
How
had
much
Uh,
one.
would you pay for it? That's a real question.
Okay, yeah.
$20.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. I like
I
that.
was
20
Yeah.
is a normal going rate
all
for
right.
a T-shirt.
Not that I have
$20
$20.
for the first
Bro.
edition of the John Ott T-shirt series, Funeral. Who needs vowels? I'm ready.
It's gonna be good.
That should be your whole T-shirt line. Is just quotes from him.
Yeah, so we
With
we
clip
would,
art.
we would do that with some other things mixed in.
There's
And-
some good ones.
Yeah, and then the goal will be is when we run out of the merchandise in house, where we're out of it, and you can buy it for twice the cost or for a fraction higher online.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can make a shirt that says, besides, spread some sunshine your way. Pastor says sometimes.
Yeah,
Give them some sugar.
give them some sugar.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of
Si-
shirts.
sideways thumb. Yeah,
That's probably the one I'm looking most for.
yeah. yeah.
You're the best there is. Go get them.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
about
that's
to
in
say
there.
that. I was
Yeah.
about to say that.
There's some good ones. So be watching out for that. If you got a T-shirt idea, hit us up. Put it in
Cody's
the chat.
got a lot.
Cody has a lot. Cody is the king.
We should do
that
eventually.
on
Like
a
if this
t-shirt.
does well, we should do a put that on a T-shirt series.
And all the things
Courtney
Cody
said,
wants to put on a T-shirt.
Courtney said I may have a T-shirt problem. It's an addiction.
She
thank you.
has a T-shirt problem.
Thank you for confessing. Guys, this is Courtney. She has a problem.
Hello, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Yes, I can vouch for that. She has a T-shirt problem.
We're all
I
friends
also
here.
have a T-shirt problem. The drawers are like overflowing with T-shirts.
Yes.
In fact, I had so many T-shirts at one point that I think it was for my birthday, it was many years ago. She actually made me a T-shirt blanket. She took all my old favorite T-shirts.
That was a
were
big
like-
blanket.
Right, it's a big old blanket. It's the greatest blanket that I've got. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
my wife actually last year's Meet on the Mountain men's ministry shirt. I walked home, or I got home and
I was about to say, you walked home from Meat on the Mountain.
no, I had two of them. She goes, "Why do you need two?" I said, "In case I mess one up, I want another one."
I love it.
Oh yeah. So VBS was great last week. That was a big deal. That's why I'm wearing my VBS shirt. We were Space Rangers. This is not a ripoff of Toy Story. I am not Buzz Lightyear. This
To
is our
infinity
VBS shirt,
and beyond.
right?
You sound like Buzz Lightyear.
I've never actually. If I could sound like that, that'd be all right. I could live with that.
Give it a
I
shot.
wouldn't mind
Let's hear
having
it.
that
Let's hear
voice.
it. To
Infinity and beyond.
I'll give it to you.
That's the best I could do. That's all you get.
Close.
Trevor said funeral workout gear. Imagine the conversations
be
the shirt will start at the gym.
That would be
Oh, apparently Grayson wants one too. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Oh, a
yeah, I
beach
missed
ball.
that.
Oh no, that's a beach ball. A beach ball egg. Of course, Grayson wants that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm gonna reel us back in. I'm gonna
Yes.
be Megan and reel
Yes.
us back in. Be watching for those T-shirts. If you got T-shirt ideas, hit us up. You can also text 540-900-3838. You can
900.
text. So, all right. So, I'm gonna tell you this story. So, my mom watches occasionally when she remembers. The one time that she was ready and looking for midweek was last week. And she's like, "Did you guys do a show last week?" No, Mom, we didn't. And I'm so sorry. But she watched I think it was the week before when we were at
The Hill.
at the Hill Church.
Yeah.
We were out on the road at the Hill Church, and I didn't have my screen in front of me, and I'm hosting, and it's like, yeah, text 540.
Yeah. I've been
couldn't.
there.
But you saved me. You saved
Yeah.
me because I have to think about it every time, so I don't say 900.
So you don't pull a Carly.
So I don't pull a
Right.
Carly, right? Because it's in my head all the time. But yes, text that number. You can text Motivate. That'll put you in
What
our
number?
group. 540-900-3838.
Brandon
That'll
and
put
Cody
you in our
aren't here to
group.
pick on you. So.
Well, I'm glad somebody's got to do it. That'll put you in our group. Or if you just got a T-shirt idea, you can text that number. We'll get that. Or you can put it in the chat. I'd love to see it. If you want to make a T-shirt design,
Oh, absolutely.
hit us up. If you want to save us some work and do the work for us, we
Absolutely.
are always down to empower our volunteer team to do that. But VBS was great this week. We had a big week last week.
We did.
Last weekend we had Freedom Conference. Hit them up with some details on Freedom Conference, what
Man,
we experienced.
I've been in ministry for over 10 years and been a part of a lot of amazing events and services. But, dude, that was such a special time.
Yeah.
And we had 4 salvations. We had 3 participants be baptized, but then we had a surprise baptism as well which points back to VBS. Aaliyah heard that we were baptizing, and she ran and got changed and would not take no for an answer. So at Freedom Conference, we baptized Aaliyah as well. So we baptized 4 people. Aaliyah had given her heart to the Lord at VBS. Megan had a conversation. Aaliyah understood what she was doing. And so Megan was able to baptize her daughter on Saturday.
That's
and,
awesome.
Then the cool part, if you miss Sunday, for sake of time, so we can really get into the meat of today. I want to share this. I didn't get a chance to share this from the stage. So we were supposed to do memberships this past Sunday. But basically everybody who was coming into membership were out of town or couldn't be here for whatever reason. So opened up about a 7-minute slot in the service. Well, Friday, I think it was Friday, Megan gets a text message from Alan Scott, who's a part of the Story Tour. Story Tour logo right there on Darren's computer. Your story's not over. He's the reason, the Story Tour, and Alan is essentially the reason we started Freedom Group, and which led into Freedom Conference. Well, Megan, she says, "Hey, you'll never guess who I got a text message from." And I'm like, "No, I won't." She says, "Alan Scott, Carly, and he's coming to church Sunday to worship with us." Like, he didn't ask to be a part of the service or anything. He just said, he's coming. He's going to be in Roanoke the same weekend of Freedom Conference.
I told you Sunday morning, God had a hand in it.
Oh,
Yep.
no doubt.
100%.
So we have this 7-minute slot that we were trying to figure out ways to fill with more worship or whatever. And so I text Alan and I'm like, "Hey, bro, you going to be in Roanoke? This is our Freedom Conference week. What do you think about coming on stage with me or one of the participants and talking about your ministry, how it impacted Freedom, and how Freedom impacted people and what God is doing?" So I want to be careful with the last part of this because I don't want to mess with anybody. So we thought that was God's hand in all of it. Well, there was an individual who's not really a part of our church who came to Freedom Conference who is currently homeless, who's had some drug problems. He got saved at Freedom Conference, got baptized at Freedom Conference, and from my understanding, he showed up Sunday.
I remember somebody coming up and speaking to you about that.
Well, some people would focus on, "Oh, he came to church, No. He came to church. And the dude just gave his heart to the Lord over the weekend and was baptized over the weekend. While God can, boom, be clean kind of deal, he showed up.
Even though he was in a spot, he knew where to come.
He showed up. And the cooler thing is, Vic, our leader for Freedom Group, he went and found Alan. Alan Scott hadn't left yet. And he brings Alan and he introduces him to this other guy. And Alan's able to minister to him. Tell me God didn't have his hand all over the weekend. And then at the end, that individual and some of his family and friends, they were down at the altar praying at the end. It just, God is good. Love it.
Yeah, that was a great weekend. It was a long week.
It was.
I was tired after that week. And then we had Sunday. Great response. Pastor continued that sermon series with the title that I'm not going to try to pronounce.
Come on, do it. If you know, without Googling, I don't know what we'll give you. We'll give you a We Are Messengers ticket. If you can tell us without Googling it, the title of Pastor's sermon series that he's in right now, without Googling, looking
every
at the
word.
app, every word, and there's one that we'll interchange because even Pastor has interchanged that one word
A couple times.
yeah.
Even
So-
on Sunday.
full sermon series title, and
I think I know it.
we'll give you a We Are
You don't count, you're on the
Messengers-
show.
A We Are Messengers ticket.
You can't say it on the show.
We Are
'cause then I'll ruin
Messengers
it.
is coming September 20 something.
That last one.
Yeah.
That last one in September.
Is it the last one?
It's usually the last one. I'm pretty sure it's the last one.
I think it's the next to last one. Hannah, if you're still watching,
Put it in the chat for us.
put in the chat when our fall festival is. with We Are Messengers. It is We Are Messengers. right?
Jessica,
Yeah.
if you're watching,
Yes.
we're getting tickets.
Right?
I think, yeah.
100%. That's going to be a good time. That's part
what
of our
would you say? 100%.
100%.
Let's go.
100%. We officially spent too much time together.
We are at 20 minutes right now, and
Have done
yeah, I mean, this has been good.
I mean, I think this is
We've
almost.
shared testimony.
It's slightly better than. Well, now I'm going to say it's not better. It's good. Well, I won't say better. I'll let you decide what's better once we get to the later half of the show. But last week, just a great week of ministry. I mean, a lot of good stuff happening from Freedom Conference to VBS, a great day in worship. Pastor had invited everybody to come forward and write on the back of these cards that we had somebody that they're praying for to accept
Do you
Christ.
remember how many we had? Like, I know one stack was like 170.
I don't know. Marshall guessed it like perfect just by eyeballing it.
It's about 300 cards.
Yeah, it's a lot of cards.
A name on it that these people are praying for to meet Jesus.
Yeah.
Man, how powerful.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It's just a good day. Cool to see that many people respond.
Yeah.
And
I was about to say, running a camera and
Yeah.
seeing it,
Yep.
the response was a pretty cool thing to see.
yeah, that's great. Go back and watch. I posted the link on YouTube for the service on Sunday. Just go back and watch it. If you missed it, go back and watch it. Especially that part with Alan.
Yeah.
That's a great. Alan shares a little bit of his story and. Man, some recent updates to his story, like really recent. That's good stuff. We don't have time to get into it, but next time Alan's in Roanoke,
we just need to put him on the show,
him on,
man.
yeah.
I'll reach out to him.
We can call him next time he swings around. But
Yeah.
a couple other things coming up. I'm going to hit these real quick. In 2 Sundays, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday is Father's Day.
Yeah.
So ladies, get something for the fathers in your life, right?
Children, plan that
Meat, cheese, hot sauce. Okay. We're going to do this. Put in the chat. I need a decision. We need a poll, right? Put in the chat.
Yes.
Fathers, what's a better gift on Father's Day? John, help me out here.
Okay.
Right? What's a better gift to give out to fathers on Father's Day? Okay.
All right.
Which would you rather have? Barbecue sauce?
Pick one or the other. I'm just
Yep,
curious.
you got to pick one. Barbecue sauce or hot sauce?
Hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce.
See, I think so too. Right? I agree. Right? But I'm curious September 22nd. That's it.
Yeah, September 22nd.
Put it in the chat. What is a better gift for fathers on Father's Day? Hot sauce or barbecue sauce? We
Let's
have a
see.
score to settle.
Let's see who wins. Listen, if you're on our website or our app, click that join the conversation because we want to know your opinion on it as well. And then on YouTube, put in the chat barbecue sauce or hot sauce.
I think I know what we're gonna get.
Yeah,
We'll see.
so-
We have a score to settle with a staff member.
Yeah.
I think it's going to end up being hot sauce if it's by popular vote.
I don't know. Like, hot sauce is the manly thing. Like, all men eat hot sauce, but no, not all men can eat hot sauce. So
That's right.
Wow.
Some are a little more sensitive.
What about,
Darren, I feel like you're trying to call somebody out,
Never. I would never do that, especially to the
boss.
boss or my boss. Anyways, that's coming up June the 16th. Make sure you're here. That'll be a good day. We'll have a special gift for Father's Day. We think we will. There'll be something. That's somebody else's responsibility.
I wonder if they can figure out what the gift may be.
Right? Gee, I don't know if they can put 2 and 2 together. June the 30th, some other special things happening. June the 30th, we are celebrating Independence Day with a couple of things. Obviously, worship, right? So we'll be worshiping at 9 and 10:30 that day. And then we'll be heading outside. We're going to have a good old-fashioned pig picking. And if you don't know what a pig picking is, you are missing out.
Don't forget the competition side of it.
There is a competition that we're going to be smoking meat. I don't know. That's all I know about it. We're smoking meat. Nobody asked me to join, so I don't know anything about it. All I know is I'm going to be eating some meat.
Hold on. I need to point something out here, all right? So we have asked 2 questions, all right? One of them we asked what the sermon series title was. And then we asked the hot sauce or barbecue sauce question.
Yeah. Guess what? We
Nobody
got
has
more
answered
response
the
on.
sermon series question at all. Not even a little. It's hilarious.
That'll just be a cue to our marketing department. That's all right. Oh, some good response.
Yeah.
Hot honey barbecue.
Ooh.
Or well, that's hot honey. I don't know if that's barbecue or hot sauce.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean that sounds more
But
like barbecue.
we got Alan says
Still
barbecue
sounds
sauce. Hannah says Carly isn't getting either. She's probably right because I probably can't have either. Trevor hot sauce, Benny hot honey, and AJ McPeak special barbecue
Benny
sauce.
hot honey?
Hold on. I need to know what is the special in the barbecue sauce?
AJ, I'm gonna need you to hook me up
AJ.
with that special barbecue sauce. We're
Hey,
gonna need
listen.
to see that.
I wish everyone could have been here to see AJ's celebration at Meat on the Mountain when he won that muzzle loader. AJ, you are the man.
That
bro.
was a moment I
That
will not
was
forget, AJ. That
never.
was wonderful.
Yep.
Thank you
Well,
for
what if
that
you could
moment.
Have both sauces, like a hot barbecue.
A hot barbecue sauce. I like the way you think.
I like the way Trevor said it. Trevor said it's a lot easier to make your own barbecue than it is to make your own hot sauce. Just saying.
That's true.
No, it ain't. Just squish some peppers and put them in some juice.
You put them in a blender.
They-
That's what I did.
Yeah. What
There you go,
do?
ladies and gentlemen. There's your hot sauce recipe. Squish some peppers and blend them in some juice.
Shut up. Clearly, I'm not
That's
the one
how we
making
do
the
it.
hot sauce, so don't worry about that.
You know what's fun is I was just looking at our viewership and I thought surely it's just dropping. It's actually staying really
Yeah,
steady right
yeah.
now, which makes me a little upset because there are weeks we put a lot of planning into what we're going to talk about. And it's really good, and then it just went up. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Way to go. Anyways, June the 30th, pig picking. It's going to be a good day. Don't forget Father's Day, June the 16th. That's coming up before that. Also on June the 30th is outdoor baptisms.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be
It's-
my first one here at Parkway. I'm
it's
looking
always
forward to it.
awesome.
We got to do it here a couple weeks ago for field day at KCA.
How
We
many was it?
baptized
12?
Yep, 12.
And a few of those were spontaneous.
A couple were spontaneous. A lot of those students were our participants in the middle school ministry here at
Yeah.
Parkway, and so it's really cool to see that kind of crossover as well. We also had a ridiculously great staff versus students volleyball game.
Yes.
which I think we need we definitely need a rematch next year.
1,000%.
We stacked our team and they still lost, but I think there was some creative. There was one call. I love Austin, but there was one call that did not. Anyways, we're just gonna move on because that's a sore subject. I'm
Hey,
not gonna touch on it.
I got to give it to Benny. Benny or Michelle gave it a shot for the sermon series title. And I will say you're missing about 20 words, maybe more than 20 words in that title.
Oh yeah,
It's a long time.
yeah. I'd say around 20. That's
But
probably fair.
I will say, like, that is, if we were going to condense the sermon series title, Benny and or Michelle, that would have been it.
But you know what? That makes me think I did my graphic well.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
really like that. Thank you, Benny. I love that. Or Michelle. I don't
Bro,
know. Who that
you
was.
we have like 13, 14 minutes.
That's all right. We got a lot of good stuff we're
For
going to hit. Right?
devotion.
We're going to hit that stuff really quick. Anyways, so here's where we're going. Go to all that stuff.
Yes.
You want to come to all that stuff.
Invite
it's going to be
people
stuff.
to all that stuff. In fact, we have made it easy. Dude, where are they at?
I got rid of them finally. I cleaned this place up.
No.
They're out there on the desk.
We've made it easy for you to invite people to church. There's invite stations at every entrance, at the stair entrances and the lobby. Grab one. We've made it easy for you to invite people. All right, carry on. Sorry.
AJ says high dollar,
High dollar.
not special. That's what he means by
Oh,
special.
okay. I got
High dollar. AJ, thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
I won't say I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
But he's
I wouldn't say that.
High dollar.
I wouldn't say that. Some high dollar hot sauce. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Anyways, here's what we're talking about today. Other than just all that, not only are we talking about some great ministry updates, some good things, a lot of fun things that happen at Parkway. This is a fun place to be around. It's a fun place to work. It's a fun place to be, and this is kind of a new season for me, right? We're going to talk about some seasons. All right.
All
So
right,
there's some
let's go.
things. This is something that's been on my mind for a long time. So maybe it's just something that happens when you hit your 30s. You start thinking about things like this, right? I won't say exactly where I'm at in my 30s, but somewhere in the middle. I'm below Carly. I'll tell you that.
Come on, bro.
Just a little, but definitely below. But we're gonna talk about seasons today, and we got some people in the room that are in different seasons of life,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
think-
we're pretty similar, and you're
Dang
kind
it, I
of.
think I'm the
at a
most
different
seasoned
season.
person on here.
I think you are the most seasoned.
Doggone it.
John, are you more
Why do I
seasoned
gotta
than me?
be the old
I
guy?
don't know.
Are you more than halfway through your 30s?
I'm right
Yes.
there.
Right. Hey, me too. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're all the same age.
I'm
Way to go.
officially the
Are you
old
below
guy
Carly?
now.
Carly's the
I
old
don't know
guy.
because I don't know how old he is.
Carly's the old bald guy. We're just gonna leave it at that.
I got hair.
Yeah, I got some hair. Anyways, we're talking about seasons, and this passage has been on my mind for a long time because everybody's got seasons in life, right? There's good seasons, there's bad seasons, there's sad seasons, there's happy seasons, there's tough seasons, like ridiculously tough seasons that we go through. And it's first sparked my mind because somebody told me that they really love winter, and I thought, you might be a serial killer if you love winter. Like, you can say, I like snow, right? Because everybody should like looking at snow. Snow is pretty, right?
Yeah.
But I like
Until
winter.
it starts to melt.
Look, but now Benny's going back after it.
Oh. He's close. Like, I think.
I mean, that's it. I think that might be the rest of it.
Yeah, if you put together everything that has been said, I think Benny's got it. Sorry, I did not mean to cut off, but I saw it and I was like, I think he's got it. Living by choice, not by chance. Living by conviction, not by convenience.
I mean, we got the one above it. I think we're a little off on that one. We'll have to go back and review it.
Yeah,
we'll put it in front of the review board and we'll get the committee together. And
Benny,
we'll decide.
you're the only one that's answered. But you guys, Benny or Michelle, you guys are like there.
That's pretty close.
Yeah,
we'll give it to you.
Almost as bad as it was with me trying to get that hoodie last year.
Right. But we're talking about seasons today because I think there's different seasons we go through in life, right? Oh, that's what it was. This person told me, I don't even remember who said it, but they told me they like winter. I'm like, look, you can like snow, right? But don't love winter. That's weird. Winter is like dark, depressing, and maybe it's just because I grew up in Michigan, right? Where like winter is dark and depressing. Like people are more violent and angry in the winter, right? Because it lasts for like 12 months, right? Endless amounts of snow piled high and everything. And I started thinking about that. Man, what does that say about you? Like, what does your favorite season say about you? And I like fall. So I love the leaves, especially when I lived in Indiana. There was nothing better than being able to wear flip flops, a hoodie, and a pair of jeans, walking to class. That was a good time, right? Nothing better than that. That's who I was in college. I was that dude in flip-flops and jeans and a hoodie, in case you were wondering. I'm much cooler now than I was in college because, I married my wife and I got cooler. But everybody goes through these different seasons in life. And this passage kind of has been on my mind for a long time. And I feel like it gets brought out at funerals more than anything. Just want to see if everybody's paying attention.
That was great.
Yeah. He caught it.
Right? I appreciate that. Thank you, Levi. So I'm just going to read this passage to us real quick, and then we're going to move forward. But Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 through 11. We're reading out of the NIV. So if you've got your Bible, you can flip that open. It's Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 through 11. And like I said, it comes up a lot at funerals, right? See, that's what it sounds like when you say it with the vowels.
Can I buy a vowel?
Should we record that? Never mind. But Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 11, this is Solomon talking really about seasons. So he says, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Embracing's like hugging, right? In case you're wondering. I'll translate that for you. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away, right? Some of y'all need to throw some stuff away like in your room right now. I got some T-shirts that I need. I got some T-shirts I need to throw away. Gosh, it's going downhill fast. A time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak. Amen, said all the fathers and the parents. A time to love and a time to hate. That one really got me. A time to hate. That's an interesting one to have in Scripture. A time for war and a time for peace. That's going to mess with some of y'all's theology.
Yeah.
What do workers gain from their toil? Verse 10 says, I have seen the burden God has laid on the human race. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He's also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. The thing that gets me about that, right? There's some bad stuff in there.
Yeah.
Right? There's some stuff that inherently just looks and feels bad. Like it's talking about there's a time for war.
Yep.
And that's a tough thing to get over. Like there is a time for war. It's unfortunate and it's sad, and that's the nature of the world we live in.
1000%.
But there is a time for war. Unfortunately, this is the one that I think gets read a lot in funerals. Is there's a time to be born. I said it correctly.
You did.
There's a time to be born, right? But with that, there is a time to die, right? And that's a tough thing. So we think about these seasons all the time, right? There are times in our life where we're in a good season,
Yeah.
right? Where life is just really good. I was telling Courtney the past year of our life has been a really good season, right? And that's great. And we've been married. It'll be 15 years in August, and they haven't all been good seasons, right? They haven't all been good moments. But right now, like, is a great season in our life.
Yeah.
Life is great. Work is good. Family is good. We're healthy. Everything's just great.
Yep.
The hard part about that is, right, and this is just the pessimistic part of me, right? In the back of my mind, here's what I know. Seasons always change.
Yep.
Right? And so for me right now, I'm in a good season, right? So it's a little sad that seasons always change. But here's the reality, right? Some of us, maybe even right here at this table, maybe right here watching online right now, there were definitely people here on Sunday that they're in a season that is not good, right? They're in a season of famine, right? A season of darkness. Maybe they're in, kind of a winter, and they don't like winter, right? They're in kind of maybe a long winter, right? Maybe that's where they're at. And see, here's the good news, right? Seasons always change.
Yeah.
Right? A season doesn't last forever, right? Summer always turns into fall, right? Fall always turns into winter, and winter always turns into spring.
Yeah.
Unless
That's
you
the
live
way.
in Virginia.
Unless you live in Virginia.
Could be all in one day.
But everybody goes through these seasons, and the good and the bad of it is we go through seasons, and they change. But I think my favorite part about that is the fact that they do change, right? Because it's a little sad to think about, because we have that thought. Like Courtney and I even had that thought. Like, I just keep waiting for what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
You know?
What's the bad thing that's going to happen? And, it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
But here's where I want to take us. One more verse I want to take us to. Actually, two more verses, but we'll go one first. I'm flipping them around in my notes because it'll work better. I'm rewriting my notes on the fly, as all good communicators do. Our seasons always change. That's 100% going to happen, right? I mean, Solomon walked us through that. The wisest man in the Bible said for sure, stuff's going to go good, stuff's going to go bad.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, right? But Philippians 4:11 through 13. 13 is like the greatest coffee mug verse on the planet, right?
Refrigerator magnet.
Hold on,
It's
Levi.
all those things.
What's Philippians 4:13?
I can do all things with Christ who strengthens me.
That's it.
He's even
Way
got
to
it on his
go.
Got it
bracelet.
on a bracelet.
Cheater.
Ha.
That's all right. It still counts.
I just thought about my shirt this morning.
We don't have time for that fun story.
Yeah.
We don't have time for
Maybe
that.
we have time at the end. We might share that.
Yeah,
later.
Trevor, I think you are the one that told me you love winter. But Trevor's a Michigan fan, so it's okay. Trevor can do no wrong because Trevor loves Michigan.
See,
That's all right.
I just never mind.
We don't.
Carry
That's
on.
that's an
Carry on.
argument for another
Carry
time,
on.
Carly. We don't have time to get into that. Wait till the fall. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? We'll add that in the fall.
Yeah.
That'll be a good argument for us. Philippians 4:11 through 13. So everybody knows verse 13, right? Here's the part that not everybody focuses on because these go together. Starting in verse 11 of chapter 4 of Philippians. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances. Right? Now, we'll finish that in a second, but what Paul's saying is it doesn't matter what season I'm in.
That's right.
I can be content, right? Because of his love for Christ and what he's seen God do, right?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and finish it up. Verse 12 says, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. That's two different seasons right there. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me strength.
Yep.
I actually saw a meme the other day, and it had 4:13 as the quote, and then right below it, it had somebody that said, "Will you please put that back in context?"
Yeah, 100%.
I
Right.
love it.
That doesn't mean if you jump off the building you can fly.
Yeah.
Right. please don't do that. Right, that's why we keep the doors to the roof locked, right, in case these middle schoolers get a little rowdy. But exactly, that's the context in which Paul says that, right? It's not through his own strength that he can have joy through these different circumstances, right? And we're talking about a dude that went through some seasons.
No
in
doubt.
fact, I think he had some more down seasons than good seasons.
100%.
Right?
I agree.
I mean, shipwrecked 3 times, beaten, jailed, like all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And yet this is a guy saying, I'm content.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether I'm in prison, whether I'm on a boat about to
Yep.
get shipwrecked and drowned. Like, I'm good.
Beaten,
God's got me.
stoned.
Yeah. Yep.
100%. So no matter where you're at, that's what I want to leave you with today is whatever season you're going through, right? Here's the good and the bad, right?
Yeah.
Seasons change. They all change, right? So here's the key. Don't focus on your season. Focus on your God.
Yeah. Here's the thought that keeps coming. Seasons change. God remains.
Oh my gosh. That's a way better way to say it. I have that almost same thing written in the notes, and that's a better way to say it.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Hey!
There you go.
Yeah,
I like that.
Seasons change. God remains.
Yeah.
His promises they're still true. They're still yes and amen
Yeah.
according to His will. So I've been in the lowest of lows, the darkest seasons. Down in the pit. You know, Austin shared a great message about that. About the prodigal son being in the pit with the pigs and what that meant in that time. You know, I've been there, and if we just focus on the moment when we are there, then we will miss out on God being there too.
Yeah.
But then likewise, when we're on that mountaintop and like everything is great and life is just beautiful, if we focus on the season, we miss that God is also
Yeah.
there. Man, this is good. I
Yeah.
like it.
That's good stuff. I wish you would. Man, I should have. That's good. I'm gonna write that down. That's a good one. We'll work that in again. The last verse I want to leave us with goes right along with what we were just talking about. Hebrews 13:8. Actually, Dustin preached on this verse a few weeks back. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever.
Yeah.
Your circumstances are going to change. Your season's going to change.
Yep.
100%. Unequivocally, that's going to change without a doubt.
Yeah.
But Jesus never will. And if you think about Jesus, what Jesus has been through for you, like
Yeah.
the pre-existent God that created the entire universe, right? Nothing surprises him. Nothing shocks him. Nothing's
right.
like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just happened to Carly. I did not see that coming.
He knew you before you were formed.
100%.
Let's go.
That should be in the Bible. That's
oh,
a good one.
yeah, that's on page 29 of Carly's handbook. Yep, he did that right on time.
Right?
Yep.
But nothing surprises God. So your season changing is going to surprise you, but
Yeah.
it's not surprising God. And that's where I think Paul is kind of pushing us towards of put your hope in Jesus,
Yeah.
right? I mean, Hebrews talks about fixing our eyes on Jesus, the
Yeah.
author and finisher of our faith, the perfecter of our faith. He started it, right?
Yep.
Philippians 1:6, he who began a good work in you will carry it into completion, right? That was my
Yeah.
class verse, graduated in high school. I got a t-shirt with it on it. That still fits
You
too.
literally
I
put that
remember
on a t-shirt.
We put it on a t-shirt. I got a whole bunch of t-shirts from school. It's great. But
Bro, we got 2 minutes.
we got like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's where we want to leave you today. Whatever season you're in, if you're in a good season, man, praise God. If you're in a bad season, I'm going to encourage you to praise God.
Yep.
Because if it ain't good, God ain't done.
Yep.
That's an old Perry Noble quote. I
let's
love
go,
that one,
man.
right?
Let's go.
That's a little South Carolina for you.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Thank you to the bunch of Brunks for joining
a
us.
bunch of Bronx.
Today.
Look out for their new TV show coming sometime.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, that's the farmers thing. Now we're gonna get kicked. I'm gonna get copyrighted.
Good thing we're at the end of the show.
Right, I think we'll be all right. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, if you're not in our group, make sure you text Motivate to 540-938-38. Yeah, I enunciated it. That was perfection. Thanks so much for joining us. If you just need some encouragement, we'd love to put you in that group. If you got t-shirt ideas, hit us up, put it in the chat, text that number, all those good things. If there's somebody in your world that you know is going through a season that they need a little bit of hope, a little bit of motivation, we'd love for you to share this with them.
Yeah.
If nothing else, we'll see you Sunday.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for joining us. Have a great week and stay motivated.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, when you're feeling down and motivated in the midweek, we got the guys here to make your life complete. Little John, Brandon, Cody, Carly, they're coming in to keep you motivated all week. New episode, same time every week. Don't gotta wait long for the next one to release. So don't go away, sit down, take a seat, enjoy Midweek Motivation with John and Carly. Hey.
Midweek Motivation.
Let's go.